Good afternoon, this is RFC Monkey with a little brief flight report. In this mission, I am just joining a wingman who is flying low over the Calais coast. When I approached, I spotted 3 dots, one of which you can see there was an ally. 2 of them must have been bandits. I wasn't sure which was which at this point, so I tried to message my wingman to find out, was he the one chasing or being chased? I figure sometimes he might not be able to respond because when you're in the thick of it, you don't get a chance to type out a full response, but I figured I'd at least give an ask to see how he was doing. So now I'm flying above. I've got the advantage. They're all down on the deck. I definitely have a huge advantage. I see 2 of them are engaged and 1 of them is free-floating, so almost certainly the free-floating guy is not mine, so I decided to go ahead and remove him from the equation. And so I begin my dive here. You can see there's another man back at the airbase. Now, that immediate disappearance right there tells me that this German has pulled his nose up and is going to fly right at me. One of the things I really dislike about this game is the German planes really seem to have no limitation on power. They can go from really low and just fly right at you. So seeing that was coming, I went ahead and I think I fired a couple shots and pulled out of that dive. Now I'm trying to see if I can figure out where that guy went, and in fact, he must have lost some velocity because he dove back down again, so there he is on the ground. I still have the altitude advantage, so I pulled the right move. And he seems to be flying, definitely in this case, away from me, so after the other 2. So I'm diving down on him in this case. My wingman still seems to be staying alive, whether he's doing the attacking or being attacked. Now here, once again, there's a little bit of a problem with the dot transition. You can see he completely disappears against the ocean, but he rises up there, and I managed to position myself okay. So he's on the Spitfire, but the Spitfire completely outturns him. He is target focused and has no idea that I'm there. So now it's just a simple case of lining myself up behind him while he fires on my wingman, and took him out pretty quickly there. I recently adjusted my firing distance from about 600 to about 300 meters, and 300 meters seems to be about where I enjoy firing, and I really chewed him up with almost no fire that way, so I really was able to concentrate fire. So pulled out of that climb again. You can still see there's somebody over there at Calais. Turn around and I see it again. There are 2 planes behind me, one of which is my wingman, one of which is the guy he's engaged with. So I figured I would go ahead and drop down on them. Now, as a general rule, if I see 2 planes, I will drop down on the second plane, see if I can figure who they are. And it turned out it was the German on the second plane, but it took me too long to identify him. I missed my opportunity to fire. They both reversed quickly, but again, target fixated. He doesn't know I'm there. So now it's a simple case of climbing up behind him and letting him know that I'm back here looking to do some damage. He's about 100 meters away, so my guns aren't exactly ideal for firing this distance. He tries a few evasive maneuvers and gets hit a couple times there. Now I keep firing here because I'm sick of shooting those 190s, having their wing fall off, and then having them somehow fly back to base and getting denied a kill. So at this point I decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and just make sure that he is going down and staying down. So even though he appears to be spinning out, I fire a few more rounds into him, and the guy is done. So 2 kills right away. The rest of the game was spent me damaging and evading this whole mess of planes coming out of the enemy base there, but that's a whole other game. Alright, see you guys later. Thanks.